All right, so hi, officially welcome to our last 80s metal bar. So thank you for coming tonight. I'll just say another time for people popping on now. All the props that I'm going to cue tonight, weights optional, single block optional. So let's get our playlist started. And we're starting on our backs tonight, so pretty sweet. So lay down, knees bent. Maybe close your eyes. You could have both hands on your body or arms out at your side, palms up, and start to take some deep breaths. And as you're breathing here, like really feel your body release down into the mat. So feel the parts of your body that are heavy on the mat, feel the parts that are just touching a little, and then feel the spaces that aren't. For a moment, just let yourself release down. Let's let the knees fall to the right. We'll gaze to the left just a little bit. And then knees back through center and let them fall to the left. You gaze to the right. Knees come back through center. Hands behind your head. Take a big breath in, let your belly fill. And as we exhale, let the belly draw down toward the mat, lock it there, and then we'll start to crunch up and down. So find the beat with your music here. And try to see if you can exhale every time you crunch up. Maybe even exhaling out the mouth. I find that super helpful and I cue it all the time. And then also think too, a couple more things. Think about lifting from your heart center every time you crunch up. But then every time you lean back, think about lengthening the torso, drawing it in. And that's not going to be something visibly like noticeable. It's more just an internal kind of sensation. 4, 3, 2, and hold yourself up. Just hold. Contract your core muscles more. Step your feet one step out away from you. Heels dig in, toes up, then crunch up and down, up and down, keeping your feet just like that. Up and down. Keep those elbows wide. Notice if they're starting to curl in. Good. We'll do 4. Here's 3, 2, and hold yourself up. Just hold it. See if you can, again, contract your core a little bit more. Space under your chin, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Roll onto your right side. Option to grab one weight. Right palm, now right forearm down. So forearm side plank, and your bottom knee could be down or up. Doesn't matter. Top arm reaches up toward the sky. Top leg floats up, and we're going to start to bend elbow toward the knee and then reach everything long. So pull, squeeze, reach, long, in, and reach. So maybe you exhale as you squeeze and reach long. We'll do 3 more. Reach, inhale, 2, reach. Good. Last one. Reach long, then just hip lifts up, little hip pushes up to the sky, holding your top arm toward the wall like above your head. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. We'll set up for the other side. So come right into that forearm plank, top arm up to the sky, and then knee to elbow crunch. Send it long, in, squeeze. So the bottom knee could be down. If that's your version today, that's awesome. Everyone's bottom shoulder is super strong though, pushing the mat away from you. Reach, We'll go 3, squeeze, 2, and last one, arm overhead, hip lifts up, push, push. Keep your top arm and your bottom arm really strong. Good, keep everything long. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, weights aside. So here's where, if you want to use a block, you can. You're going to lay all the way down on your right side, like all the way down, like head in your hands. Everything stacked in a super straight line. Your top leg is going to bend in front of you, and that's where it could rest on a block. If you don't have a block, you're just going to put your toes down, okay? Either way, though, flex your bottom foot, and that's going to lift and lower, lift and lower. So actively pushing hard through your heel, that's going to make all the difference here. See if you can kind of peek down at where your foot is. We want that leg pointing in a straight line. I can't say that enough. Because if that leg starts to go at a diagonal angle or something, that changes the work, okay? Now the goal here is to not let the outside of your right leg touch down. So try to keep it as elevated as you can, keeping this foot flexed. Really push. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2. Hold it up, little pulses. Tiny push, up and up and up. Imagine like the inner ankle bone pushing straight up to the sky. So you should feel your inner thighs like really lighting up. Well, the bottom one especially. So keep this even smaller though, like tiny little pulses. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that foot up. Draw circles with your heels. Just trace little circles. My circles are headed toward the wall behind me. That's the direction I'm going. Carve them out. Try to keep your entire outside of your right leg up off the mat. I know it's super hard. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2. Come on down. We'll switch sides. So setting up from scratch, we're all the way laying down. Everything in line, straight line. Top leg bends. You're either going to have the toes touch down or rest your knee on a block on any height. Flex your bottom foot. Really push hard. And then it's a lift, a lower, a lift, and a lower. So it's only lowering to like a hover. Maybe you kind of hold onto your top hip, make sure everything feels like it's stacked. Maybe you try to take a quick peek down at your leg, at your foot. Make sure it's straight down. Lift. We want to use the inner thighs. So that's what has to be lifting up toward the sky. 4, 3, really lift. Here's 2. Hold it up, tiny ones. Push up and up. Keep that foot flexed. Press through your heel, up. Make sure your leg's not at an angle here. Even smaller. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep it up. Draw those little circles. Again, they're headed toward the wall behind you. Carve those circles out. Keep that leg elevated as much as you can. Pull your core in. We have 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg up. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Come on up to stand. We only have one more leg song. It's okay. So right foot steps forward. We'll set up for a curtsy lunge. So left foot is going to step back and then just barely cross the center line of the body. Your hip bones are going to be pointing straight ahead though. We're not here. Sink your knees like down, your back knee down. My front foot is turned out at an angle that may or may not feel good for you. So try maybe both ways. And then we're gonna lower and lift, lower and lift. So my legs aren't straightening all the way, neither should yours. We're digging down through the front heel, trying to dip our back knee down low too. And so your torso might be upright, or you might be slightly tipped forward. Either way is fine. Try to keep length through the midsection either way. Here's 4. Here's 3. Grip those back toes. 2. Hold it low. Front heel, lift it up a little bit and down. Up and down. Now that's super hard, right? So you don't have to lift it very high. Press down through your front toes. Grip your back toes. Let that heel lift just a little bit. Belly pulls in. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Back to the lower and lift. It's down and up, down and up just a little bit. Draw your belly button back toward your spine. Kind of lock it there. Here's 4, 3. Get a little bit lower. Here's 2. And hold it. Good. Hold it. 4, 3, 2. Come on up. We'll switch sides. So right foot steps back and then just barely crosses over. Hips facing straight ahead. Bend the knees. Dig into the front heel. Lower and lift. So yeah, hands at hips, hands at heart center, like honestly, whatever helps you get through at this point. And if you have to come out and come back in, like that's a good thing because you're getting to that point where your muscles are fully fatigued. That's what we want. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold it low, front heel, lift, lower, lift, lower. So again, grip your back toes, grip your front toes. You only need to lift that heel up a little bit. See if you can hug your low belly in. Bend your back knee a little bit more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to that lower and lift. It's down and up. This is it. Down and up. See if you can really get low, like burn it out. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold it low. Here's 4, lower, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up, shake it out. Okay, arms sweep up. Big breath in, and let's exhale, forward fold. Maybe bend one knee at a time. Kind of shake the head, yes and no. Hands plant, come down to a tabletop. Nice wide fingers. Let's do some hand and wrist stretches. So shift your weight side to side. Kind of go slow here so we can really stretch through. Because for planks and stuff, I just can't emphasize enough. It's so important. Shift your weight forward and back. To stretch hands, wrists to maintain like proper wrist health. Okay. Come, like center your weight over your hands. Step back to your high plank. Squeeze your butt. Push your heels back. Squeeze your leg muscles. From here, take your feet wide. Left arm reaches straight, down, straight, and down. So you're basically just holding a one-arm plank, and you're just reaching that left arm forward, setting it down. You can set your knees down, of course, if you want. The only thing is you want to really pay attention if your butt is sticking up or if you're leaning way to the right. Here's 4, 3, 2, and high plank, single knee jogs. Bend, bend, bend. So then again, if you have knees down, you're just lowering one shin at a time. Everyone's shoulders are strong. Everyone's breathing steady. Here's 4, 3, 2, and step the feet wide. Right arm reaches down, reach, tap, down, reach, down. So also, squeeze your butt a lot here as you're reaching. That will help with some stability and not allowing the body to just like rock all over the place. Here's 4, 3, 2, and high plank. Both knees bend together, straighten, bend, straighten. So big bends here. Try to get your knees pretty close to the mat. And then if you have your knees down, you're just lowering both legs together. So wherever you're at, go for it. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward dog. Hold it here. And then shift forward, high plank. Hold it there. Downward dog. So hold it here. Shift forward, high plank. Hold it. Downward dog. Shift forward, high plank. Hold it. Left knee or left leg elevates. Knee comes in toward the left arm. Send it back long. In, squeeze. Send it back long. Good. Last one. Right leg in, crunch. Send it back long. In, squeeze. And back. 2 more. Last one. And downward dog. Okay, walk your feet toward your hands again. Forward fold. Grab opposite elbows. Sway side to side. Release. Grab your weights on your way up. If you want to use them, totally optional. You'll still get hard tricep work if you don't have weights. It's all good. So high lunge, right leg forward first. So first, just get yourself set up. Get your stance all situated. And then the upper body is going to tip forward. Push hard into your right foot. And you're going to shift almost all of the weight into that front foot so that your back toes are barely touching down. See that little shift that just happened? So all my weight's down through my front foot, elbows high, extend, bend, extend, bend. So see if you can freeze your upper arms in space, push. And when you extend your arms, you're going for full extension. Straight arms, reach, bend. Now, of course, your core is drawn in and engaged and all that good stuff. Gaze on the ground slightly ahead of you to keep your neck long. Here is 4, 3, 2. Hold your arms long, little pulses up, pinkies up, up. Little push. Barely visible movement here. Now, of course, you then have the option if you want to float the back toes a little bit. Totally your choice. Keep the arms long. Keep them reaching. Keep them pushing. Right in the working zone. Okay? Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heading right into warrior 3. But arms are down in front of you. And then arms pull up and reach down. So pull for 2, reach down for 2. Pull hard, reach. Up, pull, reach. So remember the entire back side of the body that we kind of found at the beginning of class. See if you can kind of lift up into that. We have 4 more. 3, really pull. Here's 2. And last one. And come back down, feet together, stand up tall, arms reach up, pull down, reach, pull, reach, pull. So just a nice super tall, strong stance here, and really focus on the pull down motion. Pull. And if you don't have weights, you're still working just as hard, okay? Reach, pull it down. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. High lunge, left leg forward first. Set it up, adjust yourself. Nice and tall, core in. Upper body tips forward. Shift your weight into that front foot. Back toes barely touch down. Arms are going to be straight with palms up. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So entire arm is moving as one. Really pressing up through the palms, push. Keep your chest open. A lot of times when I teach this, I see shoulders curling down and like kind of hunchy posture. Try to maintain that support through the core so that we can really focus on working our triceps. Push. Almost there. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. Palms push up. Push. Little push. You can float the back toes if you want. Tiny push. 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 Keep those arms lifted up as high as you can work. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and arms come down in front, warrior 3. Belly in and pull, reach down. Pull, reach down. Keep that left leg bent. Well, the knee soft at least. Pull. Try to keep the body in a line as much as you can. Pull and reach. We have 4, 3, emphasize the pull, 2, and 1. Back to stand up tall, arms reach overhead, pull down. Good. See if you can feel some of your core muscles contracting as you pull down. Good. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come down by your side, palms up. Rotate them out and in, out and in. So once again, upper arms are just kind of glued where they are. In and push, in and push. 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Hold them back. Little pushes back and back and back. Find that work. Push into it. Just tiny presses back. Push, push. Shoulders down. Push harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that press back. Bicep curl right there. Release. Curl and release. So arms are out at your side as much as they can be. It adds a little spice to the bicep curl. See if you can really pull and push. So pull hard, push hard. Here is 4. Here's 3, 2, and hold them in. Just hold that squeeze and release. We'll stretch out a little bit. So weights down. And we'll do a couple standing stretches. So let's do pyramid. So arms sweep up. And exhale, fold. We're gonna step the left toes way back. So we'll start in a runner's lunge. Hips soften down here. Then here, we'll start to straighten our front leg. Now, it might not straighten all the way, and your back heel will probably be still lifted, and that's fine, okay? Just starting to lengthen the right side hamstrings. Let your head hang down, and then we'll step the back foot in just like a step, enough to plant it down so it is firmly pressing. And let yourself fold over the legs here. Right hip really has to draw back, left hip forward. And then from here, standing split. So shift your weight into the front leg, back leg lifts up, 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 up. Head hangs down. Point your toes, reach through that back leg, lift. And come on down, forward fold. Right toes step way back, set up that runner's lunge, let your hips soften down. Then start to straighten your front leg. Start to breathe here, let your head release. Bend your front leg a little bit, enough to step the back foot in, just a step, enough to plant the foot down, and then really melt over your front leg. Left hip draws back, right hip forward. And then from here, right into your standing split. Shift forward, hands down, right leg up. Just to wherever you can lift it is good. And forward fold. We'll come down to a tabletop. And we're going to do booty and tabletop today. So, left leg is going to extend back at the hip. But first, before you do that, bring your right knee more to the center line of your mat so that when you send your left leg back, you have like a tripod foundation here. Point your left toes, belly in, and then slowly lower that leg and lift. Lower and lift. You're only lowering to a hover, and then you're only lifting to hip height. So the first thing I want you to focus on is like control of your leg. So find that kind of pause each time, like lower pause, lift pause, just for a moment, so that you're not kicking. Then you can really start to find the glute squeeze. Start to isolate your left butt cheek and really mentally like send all your effort and focus there. Feel those muscles squeeze, make them squeeze a little bit more than they already are. Good, last 2. And 1, little pulses up and up. So I'm barely moving my leg, but I'm really squeezing my butt hard. Unfortunately, that's not visible on camera. Core pulls in, really push into your left hand. You can even take your hands wide, wider than the mat maybe. Good, here's 4, 3, 2, bend your knee, flex your foot, heel pushes up to the sky. Push hard, even though it's a very small range of motion you have with this heel. I want you to create resistance for yourself. Push hard, flex your foot harder. Push hard into your left hand. Navel draws up, push into your shoulders. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg goes long, horizontal line. So you're tracing out and in, tracing a line on the wall behind you. That's all you're doing. Now see if you can feel like you're not just tracing a line, you're carving it. So really press out and squeeze in. Feel how that works the cheek differently. This is getting glute minimus, glute medius. Push. Good, here's 4, 3, 2 little ones. So pull in, pull in, pull in. Focus on that squeeze in and make this whole thing about an inch back and forth that you're moving. That's it. Just squeeze in toward that right leg in. Squeeze your butt a little tighter. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2, 1, and hold. Hold that squeeze. Good. And knee comes down. Send your hips back. Shift them side to side. And we will do the other side. So once again, we want to set up our tripod. So nice wide hands. Left knee now comes more toward the center line of your mat. So then you can elevate your right leg, hip height. Your hip bones are pointed down toward your mat. And then it's a big lower and lift. Lower to a hover and lift to the hip. Lower and lift. First, we find that control in our bodies. Get your breath going. Get your core all set up so that you don't have to worry about it. Then, once you have that control, then we really work the squeeze. So every time you lift your leg, you should feel that. Or if you don't feel that, be creating that. Here's 4. And squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Little pulses. Up goes tiny lift. And up, up. Squeeze tight every time you take one of those little pushes up. Toes are pointed. Keep reaching back through the leg. Good. We have 8, 7, 6. Push hard into that right hand. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that leg. Flex that foot. Heel pushes up to the sky. Push. See if you can push through the heel with such strength that you kind of feel your glute muscles shake a little bit, you know, kind of like our thigh muscles do. Push, push. See if you can find that work. Check in with your form really quick as you're doing this. Hips square to your mat. Everything's strong. Shoulders strong. Neck is long. Head is not hanging down. Push 4. Push 3, 2, nice long leg, horizontal line, out and in, out and in. So remember, we're not just tracing the line, we're carving it out. So really push away, pull it in, push away, pull it in. That's how we get the 2 smaller glute muscles for a nice rounded booty. Strengthening your butt has a lot more benefits than just being visually appealing, though. Glute strength actually helps prevent a lot of injuries in the lower body, lower back. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2. Last one, we'll go into those little double time ones. So pull in, tiny pull in. Just squeeze hard toward your left leg. Breathe into that work. Strong arms, strong hands. We can do this. We're almost there. Best form yet. Here's 8, 7, 6. Core pulls in. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold it. Hold that squeeze. And knee comes down, child's pose. Shift your hips side to side, maybe flip the palms up, down, circle them around a little bit. And we're gonna lay on our back. Yay. All right. Core work. So we'll start with, what are we starting with? The right leg up to the sky. Pointed toe, your knee can be soft, that's fine. And then you're gonna decide if you want your left leg like straight down touching the ground, or if you want it hovering above the mat a little bit. Either way, we're reaching up towards the right toes, up and up. Doesn't matter what you choose with the left leg. Everybody's getting awesome core work here. Reach and reach. Both toes are pointed up. Contract those core muscles, like really make the most out of this. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift and hold it right there for 4, 3, 2, and switch sides. Get yourself set up, see what you want to do with your right leg, and here we go. We're reaching and reaching. Up and up. Try to keep your chest open though. Maybe you do a couple with that bottom leg floating and then set it down, like make some kind of combo that works for you. We have our last 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hands come behind the head, bicycle crunch, right and left, right and left. So if you find this is too much on your neck and shoulders, just lay down and you can do the legs, and that's still a lot of work. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet down, lay back. And then we'll bend the legs, shins float right above the ground. Heels come together, toes apart, so you've got like a frog leg thing happening. Hands still behind the head, but this time elbows are going to curl around your head to protect it. We're going to take our knees wide with our frog feet here. And as we lift head and shoulders, we're actually trying to bring elbows to the inside of the knees. So that also requires a hip lift, right? So lay back, lift, squeeze, lay back, lift, squeeze, lay back, lift, squeeze. So this is almost like a double crunch. Upper body and lower core working here. So really try to lift your hips up too. Maybe they come off the mat, maybe not. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Lay down, frog legs, extend and bend, extend, bend. Now, the lower you extend your frog legs, the more challenging it's going to be. So see where you're at tonight. Push, pull, keep those heels connected. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it long, cross at the ankles, keep that turn out of the feet. Cross, cross, cross. Firm up the belly as much as you can. Try not to let your low back pop up a ton off the mat. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and legs up straight. Flex your feet, belly down. Feet try to stomp the ceiling, so hips lift a little bit. Push. So again, I say this all the time. Your hips might not actually lift up off the mat. That's okay, I don't care. Just feel what work that would be. Feel that core engagement. Breathe. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Soles of the feet come down, hands behind the head. We're crunching right and back. So a twisted crunch to your right. Cross and back. Big exhales every time you cross. See if you can lead with that left shoulder, not the left elbow. Cross. Here's 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And hold that cross. Little pulses to the right. Cross. Tiny pulse. Push and push. Good. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lay back, cross left. Back to the left. Oh, we are so close to done. 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Little pulses to the left and pulse. Little push. Squeeze your core. Breathe out the mouth. Here's 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Lay back, center crunch. Back and crunch. Finish strong. Keep breathing. Really let the weight of your head be held by your hands. We don't want to lift from our neck. We don't want to lift with our eyebrows. So relax your face. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Hold yourself up. Little pulses up and up and up. You can reach your arms long if you want to, but this is it. So really try to lift. Squeeze those muscles. Rock hard. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. A little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Lay back. Take butterfly legs. Take some deep breaths through the belly. And knees come back up. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. Find your figure 4. And let your figure 4 just rock side to side. And then you can hug behind the left thigh if you want to. Release your back and your shoulders down. Notice if you're tensing them. Bottom leg can extend up. Bring that entire shape down, unravel, set up on the other side. So engage the stretch first and then start to rock it side to side. And then you can decide to grab behind the right thigh. And then you could extend the bottom leg up. And let the whole shape come down. We'll come up to a seat. And you'll take your right foot into the left leg. Arms up. Turn toward your left leg and fold over it. Head hangs down. See if as you breathe deeply, you can just soften a little bit or a lot. We'll come upright, and then you'll put your left forearm down on your leg or on the mat or outside the mat or outside the leg. Opposite arm comes up and over. Now keep reaching through this top arm, but you're going to turn your right shoulder down toward the mat a little bit. It just changes that stretch. And we'll come up, switch legs. So first, arms up, turn toward your straight leg and fold right over it. Head releases, neck releases, shoulders, face, jaw. See if you can send your breath to the upper, mid, or lower back. And we'll come up, setting your right forearm down on the mat, on your leg, outside the leg, opposite arm up and over. So imagine lengthening right from your left hip bone all the way to the fingertips. Keep reaching through the left fingers and just turn the top shoulder down a little bit. Keep reaching. And we'll come all the way up. Both legs extend out in front of us. Knees can be as bent as you need them to be. Arms up and fold right over. Same thing here. Head relaxes down. Get heavy. Maybe sigh a breath or two out. And we'll come up to any seat you like. Take a big breath in as we inhale. A big breath in as we inhale, as we reach our arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for getting on your mat today and for doing the work, and for everyone else in class. Awesome job. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to stay involved in Black Widow just in some way, shape, or form in the future, and we'll let you know.